In today's video, I want to give you the 5 steps necessary to go from $0 to $1 million for your first e-commerce brand, to then $1 million to 10 million, and then from 10 million to even up to 20, 30, 40 million a year. So with that being said, the reason why I'm able to talk about this is because you can check my website, you can look at all my case studies, you can look at all my testimonials. As a consulting firm, I've seen brands at startup, complete bootstrap, doing barely 10K a month in revenue, and I've seen brands where we partnered up, we worked together, and they're doing $1 million plus a month in revenue. So the objective, when I look at what separates brand A from brand B, a brand that's already at 12 million a year compared to a brand that's barely at 10, 15K a month, is pretty simple. It's more so just having product market fit. It's having a good product that can be sold any time of the year. Of course, if you go in these other pockets, if you go into these industries like apparel, or you go into these industries like luxury goods, or even you're selling something to Apple users, could be Apple Watch band, could be a charger protector, could be these other accessories. To go from 0 to 1 million in 12 months, you just need to have a really good product, a product that the market wants, and you're going to have to be able to generate demand enough so that you can have consistency in sales month over month. And then from there, once you have, because realistically you should be able to sell your product organically, right? You have TikTok shops, you have posting content on TikTok, Instagram reels, growing that organic presence, growing that community. Once you have revenue coming through the door, at least consistently from organic following, if your product really hits, then you push that towards ads. Now you just focus on one single channel. Typically it's a Facebook platform. From there you might have this one single offer, right? Let's say it's at a $49.99 one single SKU. So now to go from 0 to 1 million, it's how can I make this ad spend as efficient as possible? And if you want to scale anything, it's you need to have profitable front end unit economics. So now the goal switches. Let's say you're selling a specific product that's one single SKU. Now I would create a bundle to see, okay, can we raise this up to at least 3 products inside this bundle? Could be the same exact product, just sell 3 quantities of that single product. Or you can go a step further. If you have collections, or you have something along the lines that fit a different product SKU, you combine that all together. Or if you're in apparel, right, let's say you have one banging shirt, well then you have 2 other variants of shirts, or maybe it could be different colors, so on and so forth. You can go vertical, up the vertical, where you combine other products together, or you can go horizontal, where you're just completely combining different products together. So that's kind of the first phase. Is you need to get on paid ads, you need to make your ad spend profitable, and you need to raise your overall AOV. That's going to allow you to get profitable unit economics. So that's kind of the first phase. Now the second step necessary to go from 1 million to 12 million a year, it's you have to scale pretty hard on that single channel. Just focus on one channel and ask yourself, what are ways you can ramp up ad spend? How can you go from $0 to $100 a day in ad spend to now $500 to $1,000 to now $1,000 to $10,000? Well, it's mostly doing more of the same. You're just optimizing the sales funnel. So this is, you're testing rigorous creatives, ideally in-house with a team of 5, right? You have a creative strategist and editor is really all you need. And then from there, you have consistent production of new concepts, new ideas, new hooks, new creatives, new statics, new gifs, right? So you're pushing down the front end. You're finding ways to now raise your AOV to go from like a $50 AOV to $100 AOV to like $150 AOV. So now you're probably testing different offers. You might do a buy 2 get 1 free. You might do a buy 1 get 1 free, or buy 1 get 1 50% off. You might even go up the vertical where it's buy 4 get 2 free, right? You're testing these different bundle offerings. You're testing different SKUs, or you're trying to find ways to increase the retention side, right? Because your paid ads is mainly the structure that's going to get top of funnel brand new customers into your ecosystem, and then your retention strategy on the back end with collection drops, with building a community, that's going to increase your retention. So then you go from, let's say, customers or brand new customers only buy 1 time from your brand, to then you have that same exact customer buying back from your business 2 to 3 times within a given 12-month time frame. So these are the variables that go from 1 million to 12 million, right? Brands that typically are doing 12 million a year in sales have profitable front end unit economics, they have consistent LTV, or consistent returning customers, and as a byproduct, they're focused on product development. They're dropping collections every quarter or every couple months. So that's going to always boost your sales from the customers you just attracted from paid ads. Now the kind of third phase is brands that are in that 12 million a year to even 20 million a year revenue mark, is they don't add complexity to their systems or operations. And it's pretty simple, because to really scale and hit 7-8 figures a year as an e-commerce brand, you only need a team of 5. Like, I've seen it where brands went from a 20 employee staff to condensing down to maybe a team of 5 or 8, depending on how intense the development side is and how intense the CRO side is. But you have a person that writes the creative briefs, you have an editor on board, you might have 1 or 2 full stack media buyers that can run ads across Facebook Meta, or Facebook, TikTok, Google, or even YouTube ads. And then as a byproduct, I mean, you're probably trying to get to 20K a day in ad spend on Facebook before you say, okay, I need to change something, whether it be diversifying across like Google ads or even trying a TikTok or YouTube ads. But the main focus is like Facebook's probably the best platform, and it's very rare you're gonna hit entropy unless you're doing a heavy like interest-based targeting. So it's very important that the roles outside of the business can lead to the success from the paid ads. You might have an email retention strategist, and then you might have somebody that can help on the organic side to build a community. But once you have all these frameworks, you're getting top of funnel customers profitable, and then you have strong LTV by building a community, and then you're pumping out new creatives, you're testing out different offers, different landing pages. Like, literally, that's the key to success. Doesn't matter if you're going from, if you're at 10 million a year in revenue, 12 million a year in revenue, to even 20, 30 million a year in revenue. I've seen brands that do it. They keep the structure pretty simple, operations are lean, and everybody is aware of what's being tested week over week. So then new ideas are being brought to the table, they're being tested, and then you collect, like, the founders just focus on product development and finding ways to innovate the brand. That's the job of a founder. That's the job of the CEO, is leading, driving the vision. So now if I were to segue this, it's, you have customers, like the fourth phase in scaling to like multiple 7 figures a year in revenue is you're raising the overall, it's an equation, right? You have brand new customers and then you have returning customers. You're trying to get the first time buyers to spend over $150, $200 with you, because if you can do that, you can afford a CPA at $90, $70, but your margins are super healthy, super large. So when you are able to go from like 1-to-1 to now one customer is like bringing 2x value, or even 1-to-3 on the front end, and then on the back end, right, in a 12-month time frame, you're getting that same exact customer to buy back 3, 4, 5 times a year. So now the average customer journey for you in 12 months is like worth $300, $350. That does more for your business than constantly in a rat cycle of getting brand new customers, but they're only buying back 1 or 2 times a year, and that's it. They fall off a cliff. The brands that are doing 20 million plus a year in revenue have strong AOVs, profitable front end unit economics, and they have an extension on the LTV side or the retention side. People are coming back to the business. So every single customer is worth like 1-to-5 ratio. Like one customer is worth 5x in value, or one customer is worth like 10x in value. So that's how a brand goes from 10 million a year to like 20, 30 plus million a year. It's how can you get the value of one single customer to be 5 or 10x from what you bought them for. For example, if you bought a customer, or the CPA for one new customer is $70, but they're bringing their AOVs ended up being worth like $300, $450, that does more for your business. And this kind of goes into my fifth phase or fifth variable you need to change. Like, if you want to hit these numbers, everything done has to be outside of the ad account, because an ad account's only going to be a byproduct of how good your funnel is. And in order to make a good funnel is you need better creatives, better offers, better landing pages, even optimizing the landing page or the post-sale process. What does that look like? What are we doing on the back end to get that same exact customer to now buy new collection drops? Or how can we raise the overall value of that single customer journey, right? When you focus on those areas of the business, you're gonna have good creatives, which is gonna lower your CPCs, lower your CPMs, raise your click-through rate. So the cost of traffic getting that to your landing page is cheaper. If you have a bang-on landing page and you're constantly making iterations, your conversion rate's gonna go up from like 1.5 to 2% to 3%. Then as a byproduct, you're able to spend more money on the ads. When you spend more money on the ads, you have more traffic. When you're getting more traffic, you're getting more sales. As a byproduct, the chances of now raising the overall AOV on the front end and LTV on the back end is like a well-oiled machine. So then from there, you're just doing more of the same, and you're just trying to either A, increase efficiency, or B, trying to increase the output or the volume. So then you can go from like 1K a day to 5K a day to 10K a day to 20K a day to 30K a day in ad spend. And it's just more of the same of having those evergreen offers that are profitable. So with that being said, like that's literally the breakdown of brands going from 0 to 1, product market fit, lack of product market fit. You have to define that. Once you have product market fit, they can go from 1 to 10 million or 1 to 12 million because you're just running paid ads on that single SKU and you're trying to raise AOV. And then from there to go from 12 to like 24 million a year in revenue, it's doing more of the same. It's increasing the ratio from 1 to 1 to 1 to 2 to now one brand new customer's worth 5x for what you paid for them. And then as a byproduct, the LTV on that customer is buying back 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a given 12-month time frame. So I hope you guys take my knowledge and implement it, whether you're starting out or you have a brand that's doing 12 million a year. If you do want to skip the whole entire phase and you actually want to build in-house, feel free to check out my website, scalevelocity.io, where you can book in a call, speak directly with me. If you're a good fit, I'll make you an offer and we'll give you the exact pathway so that you can build in-house and you can be set up for an exit if you do want to exit in the next 2-3 years.